welcome to AutoBot YouTube channel. So today we are going to learn how you can upload the file as part of your test automation using Selenium. Okay, so there can be requirements like if you are creating a test automation, maybe you will have to upload some file as part of your test case, or if you are creating a small process automation using web page, you will have to upload the file, right? As part of your application there can be a functionality where you will have to upload the function, then only you can proceed with the next step of your test case, right? So at that time this will be a blocker. You will have to upload that and you need to test that functionality. So how we can achieve that? Okay, so that's what we are going to see today. We can do that in two ways. Okay, so those two methods we are going to see with the practical demo. For that we are going to use this particular portal, okay, where we have a functionality for uploading the file. Okay, so either we can click on this button and we can provide the path of the file and we can upload it. Okay, and we can upload it. And another method is we have to pass the file path to this element. Okay, so that's the two method. So let me go to the Eclipse. Okay, so I have already created a Maven project and the Maven project name is AutoBot, and I created a test case file, test file upload, and I'm going to use the test.ng annotation. Okay, so all these things we already covered as part of the previous videos. So if you haven't watched that, please go through the Selenium playlist and try to understand what is Maven, how to create this Maven project, and how you can add this dependency for test.ng and how you can use this annotation. Okay, so I'll be doing a end-to-end video for this test.ng where we can go through different annotations and we can understand how you can create the test cases, and all these things we'll be covering in the coming videos. Okay, so now we are going to learn how we can automate the file uploading functionality. So let me go to that particular URL, driver.get. Okay, then I'm going to pass that particular URL. Okay, then I'm going to give some delay thread.sleep. Let me give some 5000. Okay, then what I need to do, I'm going to pass the file path to this particular element. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me inspect on this. Okay, so while inspecting, what you need to do is you need to search for the input element. Okay, so there can be situations like if you are trying to upload the file, there can be elements with this input path and there can be some situation without this input path. Okay, so if there is an element for this particular file upload which is having a input element, then you have to give or you need to get the element details or identifier for this input. Okay, so that's a key thing that you need to do. You need to identify the input element and you need to pass it inside your identifier. Okay, so what I'm going to do is okay, so let me do one thing. Let me take the XPath for this. Okay, and what I'm going to do is driver dot find element. So you need to find that input element. Okay, so we are going to use XPath by dot XPath. Okay, so that is ID picker input. Okay, that is fine. Then send keys. Okay, so inside the send key we need to pass the file path. So let me go to the desktop. Okay, so this is a Word to PDF converter, right? So we need to upload the Word file. So I already created a demo file. The file name is demo. Let me take the path. Okay, it's a .docs file. So let me take this path. Paste that path inside here. Demo.docx. Okay, that's it. Okay, So what we did, we are opening the URL, then I have provided sleep of 5000, then it is passing this file path to this input element. Okay, to this input element it is going to pass this file path. Okay, so let's try to execute and see what is going to happen. Text change. Okay, so it is opening up the browser. Okay, okay, so now you can see the file got uploaded. Okay, and it is trying to convert it. Okay, so this is one method of uploading the file. Okay, so hope you are clear. We need to identify this input element and we need to pass the file path to that particular element. Okay, so this is first method, and I will tell you the second method. Okay, so for the second method we have to use the robot class. Okay, so those who are not aware about robot class, do one thing, go to robot class in Java. Okay, so let me go inside this. Yeah, so this is the class which we are going to use for the next method. Okay, so that is using robot class. The robot class in the Java AWT package is used to generate native system input events for the purposes of test automation, self-running demos, and other applications where control of the mouse and keyboard is needed. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, so if you want to upload the file, you can do it in two ways, right? You can click here, then after that, if you already copied the path for that particular file, you just need to give Control V. Then if you give enter, it will automatically upload. All right, so the same set of action which is for the keyboard as well as for the mouse, you can imitate using this robot class. Okay, so you can imitate using robot class. That is the purpose of this robot class. Okay, in simple term, the class provides control over the mouse and keyboard devices. Okay, so there is a example also provided. So if you want to learn about this class, I will be providing this link. You can refer this and you can understand more about this. Okay, so here the first thing is we need to initiate the, where is that? Okay, we need to initiate the robot class. We need to create an instance for the robot class. Then using this robot, we need to trigger the keyboard events. Okay, like we need to press the H key, like here it is entering E key. So same like that, if we want to do the control V means we need to do the particular action for the keyboard. Okay, that's what we are going to do now. So let me do one thing. Let me create a instance for the robot class equal to new robot. That's it. Okay, so it will import the package or the library, that is java.awt.robot. Okay, so this particular library will help us to do the actions. Okay, robot related actions. So the next thing what we need to do is we need to copy the path, right? We need to copy the path of the file to the clipboard, right? So for that, what we need to do is we need to use string selection str equal to new string selection of the path of our file. Okay, so our path of file is demo.docx. okay, then what we need to do, we need to use the toolkit dot get default toolkit. Okay, then dot get, where is get system, get system. Okay, so we are going to get that path to the clipboard. Okay, set clipboard dot set content. So what should be the content? str, and it should not be, okay. So what we are doing is we are getting this path and we are copying that to the clipboard. Okay, so that's what happened in this 2 lines of code. Then what I'm going to do is let me give a sleep of 5,000. Okay, 5,000 is fine. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so now what we did, um, we are opening the portal. Then we have copied the particular string, and what should be the next action? We need to click on this button, right? Let me do one thing, go back. Okay, we need to click on this button and we need to do control V and we need to enter control we need to do a pressing of enter button in our keyboard, right? So the same thing we are going to mimic here as well. So let me close this. We need to get the identifier for this. Okay, it's a span choose file, right? So let me do one thing, go here, driver dot find element by dot xpath, and inside the xpath we need to provide, it's a span, right? Span of test equal to what is that? It's a choose file, right? So it's choose file. We need to give it inside a single quotes and we need to close the bracket. Okay, then what's the next step? We need to click on that particular element. Okay, so that's it. We are identifying that particular button using the span choose file and we are clicking on that. Okay, so once it is done, we'll do one thing, we'll copy this sleep over here. Okay, then after that we need to use the robot instance. Okay, for robot dot key press. Okay, so it's like a key press and key release. Okay, for entering one button on our keyboard and for releasing that. Okay, so it should be like key event dot vk underscore control. Okay, so this is for clicking on our control button. Then what is the next step? We need to do the pressing of a V button, right, for doing the control V. So let me copy paste the same thing, but instead of a vk control we need to give vk v. Okay, so that's it, we are copying. Then what should be the next step? We need to do okay, so here we did the key press, right? So we need to do the key release. So robo dot key, why it is not coming? Okay, we need to use robo dot key. Okay, we need to do key release, then key event of a v control. Okay, so first we are pressing the button, then we are releasing that particular button. So the same thing we need to do for v also. So we are releasing v. Okay, then what should be the next step? Next step should be key press of enter, right? So just now we paste it and see, we clicked on this, then we are pasting here, right? Then we need to click on enter, right, for simulating the action for the open, right? So here also we need to do the same, vk enter. Okay, so that's it, and we need to release that button. So it should be key release. Okay, so our scripting is completed. So what we are doing, we are opening up the URL, and here before to that we initiated the instance for the robot class and we copied the path of that file, and after that we are clicking on the choose file button Then using the robot instance, we are pressing the keyboard buttons. Okay, so first we are pressing control button, then control V, then after that we are releasing the buttons, and after that we are pressing the enter button. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me go to Eclipse and execute this test case. We'll see what is going to happen. Okay, it is opening up the URL. You should click on choose file. Okay, and then it should paste the path of the file. Okay, then it did the enter action, right? So now we can see the file got uploaded. Okay, so these are the two methods for uploading the file to the file uploading functionality in your website. Okay, so this can be achieved in two ways. Those two steps we already covered. If there is any confusion regarding these two methods, just do comment in the comment section. Okay, so if you find this video useful, please like the video, please share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. So thanks for watching the video. Bye.